Hello, my name's Tom Teti, and I'm reading from the Circe section. Bloom shakes hands with both of the watch in turn. Thank you very much, gentlemen, thank you. He mumbles confidentially. We don't want any scandal, you understand. Father is a well-known, highly respected citizen, just a little wild oats, you understand. First watch. Oh, I understand, sir. Second watch. That's all right, sir. First watch. It was only in case of corporal injuries I'd have to report it at the station. Bloom nods rapidly. Naturally. Quite right. Only you're bound in duty. Second watch. It's our duty. Corny Kelleher. Good night, men. The watch, saluting together. Night, gentlemen. They move off with slow, heavy tread. Bloom blows. Providential you came on the scene. You have a car? Corny Kelleher laughs, points his thumb over his right shoulder to the car brought up against the scaffolding. 2 commercials that were standing fizz in jammets like princes, faith. One of them lost 2 quid on the race, drowning his grief, and were on for a go with the jolly girls, so I landed them up on Bayan's car and down to Nighttown. Bloom. I was just going home by Gardiner Street when I happened to... Corny Kelleher laughs. Sure, they wanted me to join in with the moths. No, by God, says I, not for old stagers like myself and yourself. He laughs again and leers with lackluster eye. Thanks be to God we have it in the house. What, eh? Do you follow me? Bloom tries to laugh. Yes. Matter of fact, I was just visiting an old friend of mine there, Viraj, you know. You don't know him. Poor fellow, he's laid up for the past week. And we had a liquor together, and I was making my way home. The horse neighs. Corny Kelleher. Sure, it was Ben, our Jarvey there, that told me after we left the 2 commercials in Mrs. Cohen's, and I told him to pull up and got off to sea. He laughs. Sober hearse drivers, a specialty. Will I give him a lift home? Where does he hang out? Somewhere in Cabra? Where? What? Bloom. No, in Sandy Cove, I believe, from what he let drop. Stephen, prone, breathes to the stars. Corny Kelleher, a squint, drawls at the horse. Bloom, in gloom, looms down. Corny Kelleher scratches his nape. Sandy Cove. He bends down and calls to Stephen. Eh? He calls again. Eh? He's covered with shavings anyhow. Take care they didn't lift anything off him. Bloom. No. I have his money and his hat here and stick. Ah, Corny Kelleher. Ah, well, he'll get over it. No bones broken. Well, I'll shove along. He laughs. I've a rendezvous in the morning, burying the dead. Safe home. The horse neighs. Bloom. Good night. I'll just wait and take him along in a few. Corny Kelleher returns to the outside car and mounts it. The horse harness jingles. Corny Kelleher from the car, standing. Night. Bloom. Night. The Jarvey chucks the reins and raises his whip encouragingly. The car and horse back slowly, awkwardly, and turn. Corny Kelleher on the side seat sways his head to and fro in sign of mirth at Bloom's plight. The Jarvey joins in the mute pantomimic merriment, nodding from the farther seat. Bloom shakes his head in mute, mirthful reply. With thumb and palm, Corny Kelleher reassures that the 2 bobbies will allow the sleep to continue for what else is to be done. With a slow nod, Bloom conveys his gratitude, as that is exactly what Stephen needs. The car jingles Toraloom round the corner of the Toraloom lane. Corny Kelleher again reassure-looms with his hand. Bloom with his hand assure-looms Corny Kelleher that he is reassure-loomite. The tinkling hoofs and jingling harness grow fainter with their tooraloo lululay. Bloom holding his hand, Stephen's hat, festooned with shavings and ash plant, stands irresolute. Then he bends to him and shakes him by the shoulder. Bloom. Eh? Ho, ho! There is no answer. He bends again. Mr. Dedalus? There is no answer. The name, if you call, somnambulist. He bends again, and, hesitatingly, brings his mouth near the face of the prostrate form. Stephen! There is no answer. He calls again. Stephen! Stephen groans. Who? Black Panther? Vampire? He sighs and stretches himself, then murmurs thickly with prolonged vowels. Who? Drive? Fergus? Now. And pierce? Woods? Woven? Shade? He turns on his left side, sighing, doubling himself together. Bloom. Poetry. Well educated. Pity. He bends again and undoes the buttons of Stephen's waistcoat. To breathe. He brushes the wood shavings from Stephen's clothes with a light hand and fingers. £1.7. Not hurt anyhow. He listens. What? Stephen murmurs. Shadows. The woods. White breast. Dim sea. He stretches out his arms, sighs again, and curls his body. Bloom, holding the hat and ash plant, stands erect. A dog barks in the distance. Bloom tightens and loosens his grip on the ash plant. He looks down on Stephen's face and form. Bloom communes with the night. Face reminds me of his poor mother, in the shady wood, the deep white breast. Ferguson, I think I caught. A girl. Some girl. Best thing that could have happened. He murmurs. Swear that I will always hail, ever conceal, never reveal any part or parts, art or arts. He murmurs, in the rough sands of the sea, a cable tow's length from the shore, where the tide ebbs and flows. Silent, thoughtful, alert, he stands on guard, his fingers at his lips in the attitude of secret master. Against the dark wall a figure appears slowly, a fairy boy of 11, a changeling, kidnapped, dressed in an Eton suit with glass shoes and a little bronze helmet, holding a book in his hand. He reads from right to left inaudibly, smiling, kissing the page. Bloom, wonderstruck, calls inaudibly, Rudy! Rudy gazes unseeing into Bloom's eyes and goes on reading, kissing, smiling. He has a delicate mauve face. On his suit he has a diamond and ruby buttons. In his free left hand he holds a slim ivory cane with a violet bowknot. A white lambkin peeps out of his waistcoat pocket.